Welcome back, you guys. This is your second stimulus check update and second stimulus package update for Tuesday, September the 15th. Happy Tuesday, you guys. I have a lot of updates to give you today. Let's go ahead and blow through these really quickly. So we've got updates, of course, on the second round of stimulus checks, the second round of $1,200 stimulus checks. Also, PPP, which is the Paycheck Protection Program. Really good news. I've seen your comments. You guys have been asking about that. Have I heard any news? Yes, I do have news on the Paycheck Protection Program. Also, many of you guys were asking about rental assistance. I've got really good news about rental assistance as well. And we also heard from Nancy Pelosi. She shared her commitment to getting this next round of stimulus checks and stimulus packages passed. I'm going to give you guys all the details on that. But first, if you don't mind, go ahead and smash the like button. It really helps me out. It takes me a while to put all this information together to be able to share it with you guys. And for those of you guys who are brand new to the channel, my name is Ron. We cover all things personal finance, investing, how to make more money, and how to generate multiple streams of income. So if you are interested in any of that, be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Now let's jump right into the content. So as of last month, I actually started sharing information with you guys about a group called the Problem Solvers Caucus. Now the Problem Solvers Caucus actually consists of 25 Democrats and 25 Republicans, and they come out of the House of Representatives. Now, this Problem Solvers Caucus is actually being run by two chairmen. You've got Josh Geithner and Timothy Reed. Now, this newest proposal provided by the Problem Solvers Caucus is being called the March to Common Ground. Now, for those of you guys who don't know who the Problem Solvers Caucus is, this is a group of House of Representative members, and their whole goal is to make sure that negotiations don't get stuck like what we've been experiencing between the House of Representatives and the Senate. Now, yesterday I shared with you information that was actually released regarding the draft of this newest proposal, but I actually have concrete details to share with you guys right now. Now, this proposal has actually been approved for endorsement by over 75% of the Problem Solvers Caucus membership. And this proposal actually having 75% approval from the members of the PSC is critical. And the reason why I want to tell you guys this is because according to the New York Times, Timothy Reed and Josh Geithner said, "We all knew the partisanship in Washington had gotten out of control and felt the need to create a bipartisan group committed to getting to yes on important issues. We have agreed to vote together for any policy proposal that garners the support of 75% of the entire Problem Solvers Caucus, as well as 51% of both the Democrats and Republicans in the caucus." And so why is that important? We've already gotten confirmation that they've gotten 75% approval, which is what we needed. Now, the way that these figures break down is that this particular proposal calls for spending a little over $1.5 trillion, but the price tag could increase by $400 billion by around February or March, depending upon how the country is behaving from an economic standpoint. Now, in this package, $100 billion is being directed into healthcare programs, $25 billion into virus testing, $500 billion for state and local government. Now, this is a key piece, and the reason why this is key is because the previous bill that was offered by the Republicans only had $100 billion in there for state and local government. This is a huge bump up in the amount being offered for state and local governments. Nancy Pelosi will probably be much more happy with this figure, but more importantly, we see that this actually incorporates another round of $1,200, what they call direct payments, which are also known as the stimulus checks. And this also includes an additional $500 per child, and it also extends the federal eviction moratorium and provides rental assistance of $25 billion across the nation. Now, it doesn't say exactly how long they're going to provide this eviction moratorium assistance, but at least it is in there. Now, if you guys remember, the House of Representatives came back from recess a couple weeks back and passed a $25 billion bill for the USPS, and it went nowhere. In this bill, there is funding for the USPS, which is $15 billion, which is a pretty good offer for the USPS based on the original $25 billion request. $290 billion is also being allocated for small businesses in the form of the Paycheck Protection Program. So more money for the PPP, Paycheck Protection Program, and also really good information for the unemployment insurance benefits. We'd be looking at unemployed workers being eligible for additional benefits of up to 8 weeks for $450 per week. Now, according to the details here, the unemployment benefits would actually transition up to $600 per week, pretty much how pretty much up to the point of how much the federal unemployment insurance benefits were paying that expired at the end of July this year. And so what we can see here after looking at the details of this bill, and I gave you guys the highlights because I pretty much know what my viewers care about finding out with regard to this bill. This is a significantly more generous bill than what was originally offered by the Republicans. And really quickly, guys, if you guys are getting any value out of this video, do me a favor, if you haven't already, smash the like button and share this video on Facebook. I would really appreciate that. Now, several other details that I wanted to include that are actually in this package. In fact, I really wanted to kind of share this entire package with you guys, but it's a little bit lengthy, but let me just give you the highlights, right? So aside from the $1,200 direct stimulus checks, which are also including the $500 per child, and it also actually includes adult dependents. This is actually providing retroactive payments for adult dependents. I haven't seen this in any previous proposals. Also, they're providing 15% for WIC plus up through March 2021. They've allocated $1 billion for that particular effort. 15% for SNAP plus through July 2021. $10 billion has been allocated toward that, as well as student loan forbearance through December 31st, end of this year. Now, of course, they didn't leave the renters out. Rental assistance for the most needy and other rent stabilization programs and or eviction moratorium through January 2021. So that's, 4 more months. They've allocated $25 billion for that particular effort. And of course, now also regarding the unemployment insurance, we did say it was $450 per week for 8-week transition, but then it gets followed up with a $600 per week, but not to exceed the 100% of the previous wage. So they want to make sure that this time around, they actually made sure to say not to exceed 100% of the previous wage. They want to ensure that no one's making more money from unemployment this time around compared to the first time. But anyway, this is a 13-page document. I just wanted to give you guys more insight on the critical highlights that I felt was most important to you guys. And we also recently heard from Nancy Pelosi as of today. In fact, many people were thoroughly concerned about the House of Representatives going on recess again. I swear Congress is forever on recess, right? But the concern was that Congress would eventually go back on recess. Many people were complaining that they felt like Nancy Pelosi was being the holdup on this negotiations. A couple months back, it felt like it was Mitch McConnell being the holdup. But right now, it seems like Nancy Pelosi's picking up all the blame in terms of the delay in the negotiations. However, although many people were concerned that the House of Representatives were going to go on recess again going into the November elections and that we might not see an agreement before then, Nancy Pelosi actually came out today on CNN and provided a statement saying that we are committed to staying here until we have an agreement that meets the needs of the American people. Now, this is what she said today. She said that we are optimistic that the White House at least will understand that we have to do some things. So this came directly from Nancy Pelosi. Just wanted to kind of share that with you guys. And that's all that I've got for today's stimulus check and stimulus package update. I hope that you guys got some value out of this video. Also, you guys, my financial freedom program is coming out very soon. You will be able to improve your credit, build multiple streams of income, and learn to invest so that you can actually become financially free. I cannot wait for that program to come out and share it with you guys. But anyway, that's all for this stimulus check and stimulus package update. If you guys have any questions or comments for me, please drop them below. I read all the comments, and I will see you guys on the next one. Take care.